Hi and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're not new here. I'm Becky, and as you can see I have eyebrows. I got henna done yesterday and I'm loving how it looks. It's gonna make doing my eyebrows so much easier. I'm looking at the viewfinder, they look really thin, which is kind of weird, but anyway. So as you can tell from the title, I'm doing full face of new makeup. It's not necessarily makeup that's new to the makeup world, just new to me, and I probably bought it a while ago, I just didn't get around to using it till now. So let's dive in. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Luminous Putty Primer if it focuses, which looks like this. I'm not sure if you can see, the viewfinder looks very white, but it's actually like slightly yellow. So there's a universal glow. Apparently it's supposed to be like a dupe to the Tatcha primer. Ooh, creamy. I have no idea because I'm not spending that much. Even I'm not that crazy. But the reason it's not, ooh, that looks like quite golden. The reason it's not a full face of Charlotte Tilbury is because I did swatch some stuff before. I tried to use it and the products ended up being the wrong colour for me. I'm pretty sure I gave away the blush, if I had a blush. I forget even what I had because I ordered this ages ago at the start of lockdown. I think that feels really nice. I like the glow, like I feel like I could wear this on its own. I'm going to use the Flawless Filter foundation in the colour 5 Tan, which I bought. I colour matched it online, and I think the foundation I used is like my colour from last summer when I got a lot of sun, but this year I didn't get as much because I've been in more. Foundation brush, that's what I was looking for. I like this blank canvas one. I feel like this looks exactly like the Sigma flat kabuki brush. So yeah, my foundation is definitely not my colour, if you can see that. Because it took me so long to try this, I didn't realise till it was too late, and I think like I definitely missed when I can take it back. Let's see if I can make this somewhat work for me. It's got a massive dough applicator. I'd prefer a pump because they're more hygienic, but it's only going on my face, so look at that, so orange. Yet again, I'm looking a bit Oompa-Loompa-ish. This is having like very little coverage, which isn't surprising because I'm pretty sure Charlotte Tilbury is known for like less full coverage, more like glowy products. But the good thing is that it means the colour is looking less suspicious on my face. I have to check the ingredients of the primer for the foundation, because you know if one's silicone and one's water based, they're gonna repel, but like my face is repelling everything. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette of Pops. Number 1 to Prime, Enhance, Pop and Smoke. So this one's obviously got to be the smoke one, this has got to be the pop, prime and then enhance. So let's do that in that order. And this looks really highlighty to me. I don't see how that would be a good prime, but you know, Miss Charlotte should know what she's talking about. She does have it heavy. That is really glittery, which I'm not mad at. I've got the Sigma eyeshadow base primer on again. Maybe I got it the wrong way around. Maybe the other colour is meant to be the base. But it's like, that's shimmery too. If anybody has any idea which is the right one, but like, it should be numbered 1 to 4. But like, it says on the back here 3 looks like this for smoke, but that's got to be the smoky shade, right? Sorry for that loud sound of the train, but I have the window open so they don't melt. I'll try to take out that sound post-production now that I know how to do that. Charlotte Tilbury makeup is really good if you just want, like, especially like eyeshadows, if you want subtle. I know she has like a few shades that are a bit more oomph to them. But I found that the couple that I've used are very sheer. So nice sheer wash of colour, sheer wash of sparkle, if you want that natural look. But even this smoky colour is got some shimmer to it. But that is a really nice colour. It just says smoke. Well, it's like, it looks very brown in here. You get it to focus. There we go. Right, now I'm going to use eyeliner. I've got a Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon pencil, Intoxicating Violet for hazel eyes. My eyes are not hazel, but it's purple. I like purple and I think it will go. The problem is, it's quite a fat pencil. focus, and it's hard to get like a fine line, so I end up with a really chunky liner. We just sharpen that. I was looking for something else in my drawer and I saw this and I was like, wow, this is Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to use it. See if I can get this as close to the lash line as possible. I'm not sure if this will work very well because I don't think you can get pencil over cream, but we shall see. I think it's showing up. Oh, let me swatch on the back of my hand. This is a couple of strokes. That is beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but the pencil's got shimmer in it. I have to be very quiet while I'm doing this because it can hear that I'm afraid of messing it up. Shh. So far, so good. It is a little tricky to get it to sit over the cream, but it is working. I had this pencil a really long time, but the good thing about pencil is that it's easier to, like, it lasts longer because you sharpen it, so that keeps it somewhat clean. Some of that cream has found its way a little lower than it should, but that does not matter. See if you can see that. Using obviously Charlotte Tilbury mascara. This is Full Fat Lashes. Curl, separates, volumizes, lengthens. As a drama. 5-star mascara. In glossy black. Or just any black. Glossy black. Do that zigzag to help get as much as the, you know, as close to the root as possible. I used this years ago when it first came out and I was not impressed. But I came with the set where I bought this, so I might as well use it. And then not too long ago she came out with a new mascara, and apparently that one is like really impressive. But I'm very fussy with my lashes, like I want them to be like really long and really thick without, like, I don't mind having to use a lash primer, but like, you know, I want it to be as long as if I was wearing false lashes, so I don't have to wear false lashes because I'm not good at putting them on anymore. But this isn't that bad though. If I come close, you can definitely see the difference. They're definitely longer, darker, and they are more volumized. I guess they're curled a bit, but like my lashes are naturally quite curly. I don't curl my lashes, but I probably should. I've had my lashes curled and it looked really good, but it makes it hard to do eyeshadow. It's also get in the way. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to use my BS Airbrush Bronzer number 3 Tan. Look how big this is. I might have used this on my channel already, I'm not sure. Comes with a big mirror as well. This is my number 7 brush that Tom's parents bought me a few years back. Not bad, not bad. How shiny is my face looking? Pat it in. I don't wanna go crazy. Just warming up my complexion, because apparently the orange foundation isn't enough. This is a little bit heavy, I feel. Don't want it to look too crazy. I don't want it to look patchy, that's why I'm patting it in. Warm it up here to make it look a little seamless. Put a tiny bit of bronzer. Yeah. It'll help to mattify my skin a tiny bit. I'm gonna do that because look at a little crazy. Just gonna pat that in with the foundation, the brush I use for the foundation. Make that look a little less intense. I'm gonna use my NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow Creamy Powder Blush. If I can get it open. I have no nails at the moment. Oh, the shade is Risky Business. Look at that. I think that's a really pretty colour. Trying to see, it's hard to see the viewfinder because it looks like all I can see is just a huge patch of bronzer, but in real life it's not as intense. That is a really pretty blush colour. I think because I'll see it edited later as well, whether how it appears on camera, the colours. It's always a little different. I like, as you probably know, or if you're new and you don't know, I like quite a heavy blush. This has got some sparkles in it as well. I just swatched that. It's more of a shimmer. Don't know if you can see the shimmer. Will it pick up? I don't know. That's a really nice, strong product. Skin was looking really oily, like shinier than it is now. So what I did, I forgot I've got blotting papers right in front of me. So I got toilet roll, just one piece. You pull it in half so it's like one ply instead of two. And then use that to blot. It takes on the shine. A tiny bit of makeup, but it's mostly still there. It's still looking weird on the centre of my face just because that's super oily. If I look closely, you can see like it's like a lot of texture. You can see a lot of separation. The problem with the creamy eyeshadow, unsurprisingly, is that it separates. I've got really oily eyelids, Maybe I should have set it with translucent powder before I went to do my call, but I didn't want to be late. This setting spray, the L'Oreal Infallible Magic Setting Spray, there's nothing magic about it. Do you know what, you're supposed to shake it? I wonder if that I don't know if you can see any of that, but quite a lot of water, the liquid came out. Right, it's not loose. I don't know why that's happening. Dry it. Put the lid on. I'll shake it when I go to use in a second. The camera cut as well before I finished the highlighter, so I just did on that eye. The good thing about this highlighter is that you twist this bit here and it says like on and off, and it's got a little triangle, so that the triangle's here, when it's in line with the word on or off, then you know if it's on or off. There's got to be a better way to clean that cushion, but I doubt it. I need to fill in my brow a tiny bit. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Brow Blade, which is my current go-to for eyebrows at the moment. I think I had a better pencil, but I forget what it was. But this will do. It's just a little bit sparse here because I just have less hair there from where I shaved it. So I shaved my brows because it needed doing. And I'm not good at it, but it is what it is. And then I decided to, on Saturday when I was getting my usual wash and blow dry, to book in for henna. Now that they can do brow products. There's just a tiny bit sparse there. And I asked her to do it like sort of ombre because I don't want blocky brows. Which she did. She did a great job. I doubt she'll watch this, so otherwise I'm just going to say hi Leanne anyway. One of the other girls and the hairdressers might watch it and tell her that she got a shout out. I did pick up concealer while I was in the living room having a rest after counselling. I got a mini of the Nars. I think it's the Radiant Creamy Concealer and the colour medium 1 Custard. That's what I colour matched to. I haven't got around to using this yet because I had obviously that big allergic reaction, so I avoided putting stuff on my eyes. I have to put a little bit around the edge of my nose because it's a bit red there. Use a makeup sponge. I'll just use very little concealer, so it's less likely to settle in my fine lines. I don't set my foundation because my under eyes usually, because under my eyes is dry. It's like the only dry part on my face, everywhere else is oily. It's oily and super oily. I think I'm missing foundation off my chin, which is not unusual for me. Sorry, some hair sticking in my head. I don't think there's any foundation on that brush really, but anyway. Next up, Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner. Supersize Me. And this, I think the colour is Lip Cheat. Or was the pencil called Lip Cheat? I don't see anything else there. I'll look it up and put it in the description box. It's beautiful gold packaging. Focus. You get the idea. Charlotte Tilbury's packaging is all beautiful. I think it matches like the pink of my lips, because like some of my lips are a bit brown, being half black, which you may or may not know. Probably mentioned it. No, I've certainly mentioned it before, and if you know me personally, you know that my dad's black anyway. I'm gonna colour in that. This is so creamy that it doesn't feel dry. It's like almost my perfect nude. I like this colour a lot. If you put the lip liner over the whole of your lips, it helps the lipstick to last longer. That could do with a sharpen, but I'll do that later. And then lipstick, Charlotte Tilbury Bullet. Ooh, that was too high then. Look at that packaging. So pretty. It's got like 2 pumas on it on each side, so like 4 in total. Colour is in Angel, Alessandra. A nice nude colour. I tend to wear more pink lipsticks than nudes because I just think it suits me better. It's hard to find the right nude for me. Again, it's a very creamy bullet. It looks hydrating, which is great. And because of the shape as well, it's easy to get it onto the lip line without going over the lip line if I don't want to. I slightly overline my top lip. It's because my top lip is, in my opinion, a bit too small. I like it to be a smidge more even without looking like I've got blow up doll lips. And I think this is last but not least. E.L.F. Halo Glow Setting Powder. So I got it in medium. It's got one of those little sifter things that you turn it and there's like holes. I'm being careful because I've got some powder in here from when I used it the other day. Just try to put a teeny bit of powder into the lid to have, like, you know, decent control over how much powder I apply. It's like my face is very oily, but I find if I don't use, like, if I'm not careful with the setting powder, then I end up making my face look really oily. I mean, too dry. So I use like a small amount, and I also use this Real Techniques Duo Fiber brush because it helps to make sure it's much more diffused, less powder. It might look like I'm putting a lot on, but I promise you I'm not. I have to put it all over because my whole face, except for my under eyes, is oily. And even though I'm just going to be sitting in the living room, which I'm going to try and film another video straight after this because my pain isn't too bad. But then I'm just going to be sitting in the living room editing this video to try and get it up tomorrow. Alright, just do some more setting powder, spray even. I mixed it up this time. Honestly, the only thing I think I don't like is I wish where is it? This liner pencil was thinner. I think she's got newer eye pencils out. but that one's still really good. The colour's quite soft, so let me know what you think. All you can see is like my skin looks really pale in the viewfinder, and then it looks like I've got too much bronzer and blush on my cheeks. Oh yeah, I decided not to do eyelashes because it just takes me forever. But it's something I need to work on trying. The concealer's sitting really nicely, by the way, under my eyes, despite my lines under my eyes. It's not settling too much. I need to try the Eyes to Mesmerize with, and then put like set it immediately. I think that might help it to not vanish on my oily lids. But, you know, let me know what you think, and you know, like and subscribe if you want. It would really help me out. So, oh, that was a big click. Bye for now.